How do everybody? A little bit of a different video today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the cave because it has changed just a little bit since last time I did one of these a few years ago. So behind me, that's our door into our bedroom. My wife's office is just the other side of that wall, just there. So our bedroom spans a big well, no, it's not big. It's a three-story house, but it spans the complete length of the house. So it's about, I'd say, about 8 meters long. So we'll split that into a bedroom side, an office side for Lisa, and this part is for me. So we live in rented accommodation. So this house we rent from South Yorkshire Housing, and if they were going to do this for somebody to buy, they were going to turn my room what would have been a shower. So what I'll do, I'm going to swing you around and I'll show you everything. Okay, just 2 minutes. So this is me stood at the door to my space. Okay, so you can see it's not that big, but I am very lucky that I do have this space for me. Okay, so we'll spin around and we'll start off on the back wall and we'll work our way around in a minute. Okay, and as you can see, 2 monitors and my works laptop is just down there. So this is my work from home space. So you can imagine if I'm here 8 hours a day during the day, I don't really want to come up here and do a lot of modeling. Okay, I've also got a PlayStation that I have hooked up to that monitor there, so I can play on the PlayStation on an evening if I wanted to. So I'll just put my chair back in. So I've got a big chunky chair, but you've probably heard it. It squeaks quite a bit, so I could do a new one, but that one, it wasn't a cheap one, really. It's a bit of a dumping ground as well. So down here, that bag there is full of actual art supplies. So I do some painting from time to time, and I can take that with me when I work away. A case for working away. We've got a step ladder so we can get up high shelves up here, which I've got some up here for some of my stash. Okay, moving on the back wall. So a enamel plate there of the mosquito and a framed picture there of a print of a typhoon. I got that one holiday, not last year, but year before when I went to the seaside, and I've had that one a few years. I also adorn my walls with past builds, the box arts. So just so I haven't got plain build. Sniff tube down there as well. Okay, so we'll pan round. I've shown you my stash. So over here we've got that's all my aftermarket bits and pieces. I tend to keep it in there because I haven't got a lot of kits in the stash. I don't tend to have a lot of photo etch, well, not even photo etch, for aftermarket stuff at any one time. That there is my pastels. So again, I mentioned I did quite a bit of art. I've got some really nice pastels in there and some nice pastel paper when I get there. So presents from the kids. We've got Grimlock, a Transformer, and the Cookie Monster, two of my favourite characters. Back there, I have a crocheted cactus thing. I'm mad about cactuses. I've got quite a few downstairs, but because I haven't got any natural sunlight in here, because I've got no windows, I can't really have any plants in here. So I've got a set of shelves over here. The one down the bottom, that's full of work stuff. So I've got work leaflets, training stuff and what have you, receipts. That's just the paper I use to cover my desk. And I keep builds on the go up here as well. So up the top here, which is this one down here, which is the Great Wall Hobby A10. I've got an Edard dual combo Edel one, and I've got the Hong Kong Models 48th B17. Moving across, So this shelf here was one off an old desk what I've repurposed because it's got a really strong top, so all my books won't fit on this shelf unit here. So I've had to use this for some of my, well, all my books. This is my whole of my library, less one going there, which is the Buccaneer, because I'm working on the Buccaneer at the moment. Moving down, so these are new. So Lisa has manufactured these for me with her laser cutter, and I've just gone over for brushes, gel pens, odds and sods, and this one, which I'm really like, is for my sanding sticks and files. On the other side, some dictionaries and thesaurus, because obviously we work. I write a lot of training, so I might need to get the dictionary out if I can't figure out how to spell a word, because I'm dyslexic, so I struggle with that. And then moving on to other bits and pieces, I've got a sharp spin and what have you. I'm actually filling up my PVA glue at the moment. Okay, so it's just in the funnel, filling it up, because this bottle sits nicely underneath there. Moving around, we'll go around the top. Again, just some odds and sods from the kids throughout the years. Now they are 18 and 16, well, 17 and 16 respectively. I don't tend to get a lot of that stuff anymore. But they got some Transformers, my Desert Rats patch, and my Royal Signals. So if you don't know, I was part of the 7R Brigade, the Desert Rats, and yeah, so I've got a couple of patches that are going to go on to some work shirts for the business. On the top, I've got my Missile Metal paints, another bobblehead down there of Captain America, and some Acon paints. This whole paint rack I made myself. I just got some pine shelves, cut them down, and with just some butt joints, screwed them together just for my paints. And I've just noticed the lamp's just falling off, so I'll just stop you there. Once I finish along the top, we'll have a look at me sitting down, and you can see some actually where I sit. Picture of the kids and the family over there, and another shelf unit down here, which I keep a lot of my watercolors, some more pastels for actually doing it, and some more tools. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump down onto the seat. So I'll just pull the chair out, and as you can see, I haven't got that much room, so sit you down. So normally you would probably see something like that on my videos. Okay, so I've got all this in front of me. So like I said, I've talked about the paint rack before, and then I've got a cheap LED lamp. That one goes on all the time. This big one I don't tend to have on all the time. I turn that off. I only have that on when I'm modelling, but that one was just a little special buy for about 20 quid or something like that. My main paints, Tamiya, Mr. Hobbit, Aqueous, and Model Air. Moving down into, just move my drink out of the way, onto the bottom shelf. So I'm just using old bottles for homebrew cleaner, water and IPA, and that's Hobby. It's the 400 thinner from Mr. Hobby. Another new thing, this is a paint rack for my oils. So really easy to now get to. Before I just had them in a tub and I couldn't really find them. It was a bit awkward. So yeah, Lisa made that for me. She's also done these two coasters, okay, made of slate. All right, as you can see on there, which I think are really cool. Replaces the old tile ones I've had for years. My 4 airbrushes, so I've got a Neo that I use for my varnish. That's my everyday driver, my Hardware and back Infinity. I've got a Neo for my clear coats, and I've got a 0.5 needled cheap airbrush that I use for my primer. A glove that I use, because I can't get on with like the European or wherever they are gloves, and then I've just got jars to wash out my brushes with my varnishes over there. Moving around onto this shelf, again, this is another storage rack for kits that I'm building and a little bit of odds and sods from the kids and what have you up there. So I can normally get about 2 to 3 kits on there at a time. As you can see, I've got 3. So at the moment, I've actually got 3, 6. I've got 7 kits on the go, but I don't work on them all the time. This one up here, that one, that's a slow burner. That one, I've not touched that one for months. That one, the F16, if I can get it to focus, there we are. I'm building with some friends. So yeah. Moving on. Now these are what really tidied and helped out with my space. These are drawer sets that Lisa has actually built me. So these used to be all really jam-packed with stuff, and I couldn't really find anything and what have you. So Lisa has made me these so I can put my, like in that one, that's my primers. In this one I've got my Galaxy routing wheels. That one's got airbrush bits and pieces, rotary tool pieces. Then these ones have all got either pigments in or washers, homebrew washers. Up top, again, bits for my stand, paint stand, other bits and odds and sods, little micro brushes. Okay, in there is my bending tool. These ones I use quite a lot, these ones at the top. So these ones are for my Meng sanders. Okay, so she's made it exactly to the size I wanted to. So I can just take one of these drawers. I am going to faff about opening it up, and I can just get out ones I need. And they fit in there really nice. And then at the side of that, out on there, it's basically the double of that one, but with the higher grit ones. And then that one, that's just full of sanding paraphernalia. Up top, that one up there is full of pegs and little spring clamps. That's just full of old glue and, you know, the Humbrol stuff. And again, I've got some more filters and all that sort of stuff in there. Behind there, some salt for I use for salt weathering. Something else, so another one of these that you saw up over there, I just use that for my desk tidy for a bin, and also I've got a couple of these for my glues. So these are the ones I use most. Then back here, just don't know whether you'll be able to see down there. Down there, I've got white top and my putty that I use for you know, sprue glue, and then I've got a micro set and sol one there as well. Because I don't get to use them, that just sticks over there. Moving around, like I said, that's where I normally have my iPad when I'm filming Faced here. Okay, yes, that needs tidying up, but I'm hoping my wife's going to make me a little shelf for my laptop and what have you to tidy all that sort of stuff. She also made that for work pens and post-its and stuff like that. Moving around, I've got a desk there, that's where either paperwork for work is or models that I'm building at a time go. Right, just move this monitor out of the way so you can get in. So there's my Buccaneer. I'm not building that at the moment, okay, that I'm building. I've got pastels, watercolour pencils in there, odds and sods so you can see the foil. So that's the type of foil that I would use for seat belts. In there, I've got sheets of polystyrene, not polystyrene, sheets, plastic card sheets, in there, tools and what have you, and then my crocodile clips with some more photos and what have you for my reference library. So a lot of the stuff that is down in those boxes and those drawers that you saw over there were in here. But as you can see, I don't have much room to actually get in and find stuff. So what I have done, let's see if I can show you. I wonder if I can get it. Okay, so what I've done, everything that was at the back, I've now took out and put into them drawers. So now I've only got a few bits and pieces in here, exactly where I need to grab it. Okay, so that one in there. This one, it's got a lot of actual stuff for scratch building wires and all that sort of stuff. And then in this bottom one down here, and that's as far as the drawer goes down because there's a table leg in the way, I've got thinners, bottles, I've got spare paint and all that sort of stuff. And the bottom, I can't even reach it from here, the bottom down there, that one's just got magazines and stuff like that. Moving back, there's my Sparmax airbrush, and just under here we have shelf queens and some more of my stash. Okay, I've got a jeweler's drape, so when I'm using with building small parts, put that down there into my lap, and hopefully things will go down into there as opposed to anywhere else. So that's my room. I can sit here and I can touch both walls, and more or less the same that way. And I've just knocked my bottle of water lying. That's where I work. Like I said, there's not much room. It's cozy, but it's mine, and I can come in here. It's ideal for when I've got meetings with work or when I'm doing videos, because I can close this door and I've got relatively private time. Okay, but yeah, that's it. That's where I do a lot of the work. A lot of the shelves and the oil paints will be on, not the shelves, the drawers and what have you are on our website, so please go and check them out. So are the coasters, the bottle holders for the Tamiya glue and the microset and sol. They're all on there. So if you want anything like that, feel free to check them out. And as always, thanks for the time, guys. See you on the next one.